Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Yulisa, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the truth behind being a loan signing agent, a notary signing agent, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to spill some tea. We're going to talk. I got cozy in my living room next to my beautiful Christmas tree. So we are going to be talking what it is, to what it entails, some reasons why you might not want to get in the business. We're just gonna talk. So if you're interested, please keep watching. So got a cup of tea with me, and we're gonna spill the tea. We're gonna talk about what is a loan signing agent, first and foremost. If you're new here and you're just looking up ways to make money as a notary public, I did this. When I first became commissioned as a notary public, I would search, how can I make more money as a notary public? And that's how I came across the loan signing agent business. Okay. Let's talk about this. A loan signing agent is a notary public who is also certified to notarize real estate transactions. You're not just a notary public. You don't just stamp documents onto the next, make them sign and stamp, and then you're done. You don't do that. Nobody is going to sign a document they don't know what they're signing, or they're going to sit there and read that document for 30 minutes. You don't want that. As a notary public and a loan signing agent, you're certified to explain to the person on the other side of the table what they're signing. Say a brief description. If they have any other questions that you cannot point to in the documents, then you send them. Then you let them know that you're unable to answer that, but you can gladly call lender, title, or realtor, depending on what is it that they asked or what is it that they need. So essentially, that is a loan signing agent. Now, let's get into some reasons why someone would not want to be in the business or quits being a loan signing agent, why someone doesn't want to be in the business anymore. And I don't want to discourage anyone, but maybe I can help someone who is been on the verge, and maybe you say, you know what, this isn't for me, or it inspires you more and you're like, this is definitely for me. I really hope this video helps. Okay, number one, this business is a lot of work. People think as a notary public, yeah, she just shows up, does the signing, and then she leaves and has the day to herself. No, that is not a case. That is not the case. I have about now on average 5 signings a day. 5 signings a day is a full day of work. You're with the bars, 5 different bars for 5 different hours, maybe a little less, but the traveling, the prepping documents, printing, emails, calls, verifying with borrower, confirming, it takes a lot behind the scenes that people do not see. You're not just a notary and you get there, you leave, and you don't worry about it. No, sometimes you have to keep up with escrow, make sure, hey, did that transaction, was it perfect? Did it go through? Did it close? Do you need something? There's a lot behind the scenes. And not just that, again, you get home and you have to send out invoices. You have to make sure your bookkeeping is up to date, because if you don't do bookkeeping every single day, it will pile up on you, and it would be so hard to do bookkeeping at the end of the month. That would be the worst thing. I do bookkeeping every single day and it still piles on me, and sometimes I'm like really stressed about it. The bookkeeping that I use, the bookkeeping software, or not software, the bookkeeping system that I use is Notary Gadget. You can click the link down below. I do have a trial code. Your first 15 signings are free, and then after the 6th one you will start paying $9.99 a month, which I think is an amazing price for all that it does for you. It has profit and loss reports that it does for you. It sends out invoices for you. It's just really easy. I was manually doing invoices at the beginning when I started, and it started to become such a tedious task to have to manually do all those invoices at the end of the day. And my escrow started asking for them even before the signing so they could just close right away. So the easiest thing was Notary Gadget. As soon as I'm done, I hit a button and I send an invoice and I'm done. So Notary Gadget, the best bookkeeping system. Yes, so there's a lot behind the scenes that people don't see. People think we just sign and then that's it. No, there's a lot of things that come behind the scenes, and some people don't like it. Some people don't like all the administrative tasks, all the additional work. It is a lot of work. If you think about it, 175 or $150 that you make in that signing is well deserved. I don't feel like they're overpaying us because there's a lot of things that go behind the scenes in our business. Some people hate competition. I have not been in the business for this. I have been in the business for a little over a year, and I've come across notaries at the same title companies that I work with. And as soon as, immediately as they find out I am a notary, they already hate my guts. And they don't even know me, and I don't know them, and I have nothing against them. I mean, if you want to waste that energy on hating me and being upset with me because I'm taking away from your business, then I don't want to be in any relationship with you, friends. If you see another notary, why don't you, start a conversation? Maybe one day you can help each other out. There are just, now that I'm getting really booked, I already am booked for a certain time, and then another title wants me for the same time, and I just can't be in two places at once. So they have their own notaries where they rotate us, but in some cases, this is where you could build a team of notaries and let them know, I am not available, but I have someone for you. Obviously, if you come in and you do such a great job and maybe you start getting more work than someone who was already there, that's when conflict starts happening. I know there was a notary who just really didn't like me. And I met her once, and I'm like, why would I not like you? I mean, I don't even know you, like it. And I just can't comprehend that, why we have to act like each other's competition. Like, there's enough work around for everyone. Like I said, I can't take all the signings, and 5 signings, 6 signings a day is plenty of work. And I mean, if instead of being my competition, we helped each other out, then maybe I can give you a signing that I can't do, or you can give me a signing that you can't do, that you need help with. You look way more professional this way. Another reason why people quit the business, they go into the business thinking that this is going to make them rich right away. I've seen a lot of people make $10,000 a month within their first 3 to 6 months. That's pretty amazing journey. Everybody's journey is different. Do not compare your journey to someone else. But some people go in it, I myself, and think we're gonna make so much money right off the bat, or within 3 months, or within 6 months. And I didn't make this much money until a year after. It took me a full year. And yeah, I wasn't as dedicated as I was the past 6 months, so maybe it would have taken me 6 months. But my journey is my journey for a reason, and it happened like this for a reason, and I'm okay with it, and I'm happy with it. But people think they're gonna go into it and make so much money right away. It is possible, especially if you live in a big city. I live in a smaller town, so it was a little bit more hard in like doing business with signing services, because title companies are not really using signing services in my area. Our area is pretty small, so people can just go to title, sign at title, and that's it. So that's why I marketed directly pretty soon, and thankfully that's been going pretty well. But some people don't see it. Some people don't see the numbers go up, don't see this change, and they just leave the business. They just get their money back, make a little extra profit, and leave the business. Any business that you open, any business that you run, whether it is a restaurant, a coffee shop, any business, remember that you're supposed to break even in the first year. Not even make profits, but just your goal is to break even in the first year. So as a loan signing agent, you break even probably within, it depends on the course, your commission, everything, but I would say in like a couple weeks, not even a month, maybe a month, it all depends, but you break even pretty soon. Another reason why people are just not staying in the loan signing business, we kind of talked about this, but another reason I've seen people leave And the last one, because this video is already quite long, driving. There's people who do not like to drive, or don't know they do not like to drive until they have to drive this much for work. As a loan signing agent, especially at the beginning, you drive a lot. Especially if you live in a big city. I thankfully do not, and I still drive a lot. But you have to drive a lot. You drive from an appointment to an appointment, from an appointment to title to drop off, or to FedEx, from an appointment to, you drive a lot. If you have five appointments in one day, you have to drive, I don't know, at least 100 miles. At least. It depends on how big your city is, but that's a lot of driving. Some people don't like that. Some people do not like driving. If you are one of those people who hate driving, this business is not for you. That's why some people leave the business, because they realize driving isn't for them and it doesn't outweigh all the benefits, and they just leave the business. So if you're not driving, you really do not like driving, then this business is not for you. You drive a lot. You have to drive a lot. Overall, the business is amazing. The business is such a great opportunity to really maximize your income, to not maximize, but to really build your income at your own pace. Because at the end of the day, yes, you work as much as you want to work. Especially when you're working with signing services, it's a little bit easier to just say, oh, I'm not available, or I am available, and just work as much as you want to work. It is an amazing business. You meet so many great people. You encounter so many opportunities that you just didn't know were attainable or even available for you. So it is an amazing business, but it is a lot of work. There is a lot of work behind the scenes that you don't see. Yes, I make $150 for a 45-minute appointment, but there's a lot behind that appointment. I had to, title had to call me to schedule me, and then I had to confirm with the signer and confirm appointment. And then I have to print docs, I have to prep docs, I have to verify I have all the docs, because sometimes I don't have all the docs, and I have to call title and let them know, hey, I'm missing a note. Is this okay? Hey, I'm missing the closing disclosures, or the closing disclosures are a draft. Is this okay? And then drive there, do the signing, drop off docs, and then bookkeeping, send invoices, make sure you record your expenses, make sure you record your mileage, everything. So there's a lot behind the scenes behind that one appointment. But at the end of the day, it's an amazing business. I think that many people would love it. Obviously, there's some people who it isn't for everyone. It isn't. You have to really keep up with your notary laws every single year. I have to read my Arizona notary laws. I believe there were some changes. This leads me to my last point, and they kind of all go together. But something that is really exhausting, you do get burnout, and I do want to make a video on this, but I will link a video to Amanda Pluma video. She made a great video on just overall burnout and mental health. But you do get burnout. It is tiring, and thankfully I don't have that many weekend signings. I do have my weekends for my family, and I am very thankful for that. I don't really have, maybe I have once a month that is on the weekend, so it's not that bad. Yesterday I was a little overworked. I had an early signing, then I had a couple other signings, and then my last one was supposed to be at 6 p.m. Turns out I was at the title company. I did a 4 p.m. then a 6 p.m. And then as soon as I walk out the signers, there were signers waiting for me, and I'm like, is that for me? Oh yeah, that's your 7 p.m. And so, I mean, of course I took it. Of course I'm grateful, but it gets really exhausting. I got home at around 8-ish, I think 8:30, I think it was, multiple days in a row. I got home at 8:30 Monday through Thursday, and I left home at 7 in the morning. So it gets exhausting, and it gets exhausting having to be available for everyone all the time. At the beginning, when I was not getting much work, I just had to always be sort of on call, to like be waiting on call just whenever they called, and that was exhausting too. And so, and people think, they're like, well, why are you exhausted? I mean, like, it's your business, you get to do whatever you want. Yeah, sure, but you're trying to build a business, so it just gets really exhausting, and burnout can come pretty soon, especially at the beginning when you're trying to say yes to everyone, yes to everything, pleasing everyone, and putting yourself last. We want that. We remember we have boundaries. Maybe this should be another video, but yes, I just wanted to say that burnout, it is real. Some people get really tired of it. It is kind of, especially if this is your full-time job, it is something that you are always having to obviously make sure you are educated in what's going on in the world, and how interest rates are looking, how inflation is looking, how refinances are looking, how the house market is looking, how the economy is looking, because everything entails back to the economy, and everything in the economy entails back to people getting loans from the bank. So it's all a circle, and you have to constantly be checking the news, constantly be checking, like, it is a lot. And sometimes it gets like really, really exhausting. At the end of the day, remember that the only thing that you can control is yourself and your business. And just remember that. I always, obviously, everything daunted me. There was one point where I was just really stressed out about everything. And I'm like, at the beginning, I was stressed out. I was like, how will I know if I'm going to get a paycheck next week? Because this is, at the end of the day, my business and how much I work. And if I don't get business, then I'm not getting paid and I'm not making my mortgage. So that was something that always, like, it was scary. It was really scary. Thinking, like, how am I going to make my mortgage? And God really told me, Lisa, just pray. And I prayed. That fear completely went away one day. Yes, those are some of the reasons that I've seen some people just leave the business. Again, this is a great. If you think you might be interested, do definitely check it out. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about lots of loan signing agents. You can book a coaching call with me, ask me any questions that you might have, and everything is linked down below. I do have an Amazon storefront with all the items that I purchased for myself and for my business. So you can go ahead and check that out. And I do have the link to the loan signing system course. I took the 6-figure course. So if you're interested, please check that out. Thank you very much. I hope you have a blessed holiday season. Enjoy with your loved ones. Watch a Christmas movie. Drink some hot chocolate. I know I will be doing that tonight. And just enjoy. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye, friends.